Greetings, Earthlings. I know it's been a while since you've seen this lovely face, but I just wanted to let you all know and give you an update on how I've been doing and what I've been up to. So if you forgot who I am, I'm Jonna, your friend, and of course, Earth's BFF. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you're into making this world a better place through eco-friendly practices and more sustainable living. To help more content like this get out and reach bigger audiences, don't forget to like this video. I've just been adjusting to this new schedule that I have with my new job, and I wanted to adjust to that and go ahead and make more content to put out for you all because I really enjoy making these videos. I just been feeling like something has been missing in my life, and I really genuinely love making these videos for everyone to watch. Now with that being said, I do want to update you all on how I've been doing on my more sustainable journey. And I'm not gonna lie, some things I kind of reverted back to, but I'm going to explain how I reverted back. I know I explained to y'all time and time and time after time not to be hard on yourself when it comes to this sustainable journey. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of been a hypocrite, just a little bit. But I've been a hypocrite because I've been hard on myself, and in certain things that I still do that I'm like, wait, Johnny, you know that, not that you can't do it, but you need to be more conscious of what you're doing. And that's what happens, over the years, people that have been doing these habits that are not necessarily good for the environment, it's kind of hard to break, but that's when you need to be more conscious and be more mindful of what you're doing and how much you consume. But like I said, it's a lot of adjusting. I'm never going to give up on this because I'm a true believer for doing what's best for the environment and what we can do to just help the world, because I do see a lot of changes, but at the same time, they're just not happening fast enough. I often guilt trip myself into thinking like, Jonna, 2030, carbon emissions have to be at least half of what it is now. In 2050, carbon emissions have to be zero. So it's like, I think about stuff like that all the time. It's like, what are you going to do to help this, help this situation? I'm not the only one that's doing this, so I feel better. But at the same time, just one person can make a big change. And people don't think that, they don't realize that. And it's like, it's something to think about. But, it goes over people's heads all the time. There's two products that I actually can say that I've reverted back to, but they're not necessarily bad for the environment, but it's all about how you look at it. One of the products that I can say I actually went back to was my Clinique cleanser number 3 for oily combination skin. And I love that cleanser. Like that was a big deal for me to really give that up. But I said, you know what? Let me go ahead, look for a cleanser that's not only good for my skin, but better for the environment. So I went ahead and tried Youth to the People's, I believe it was a superfood cleanser, something like that. And it started off good. Not gonna lie, it started off pretty good. It felt like it was almost like the Clinique that I was using. Week was fine. And after that, week started. And then after probably about a week and a half, that's when the problems began to come. About, like I said, a week and a half later, that's when the problems came. Like, face became real dull and flaky and red, and I was getting breakouts. Actually, I still have some right here, and the lighting out here is doing me justice because, boy, the breakouts were terrible. But I was just like, it was making my face irritable. I said, can't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I had to give that up, and I had to go back to my Clinique number 3. But we can also say that the Clinique number 3, it's not the best and it's not the worst for the environment, but I'm going to explain why. See, the Clinique number 3 cleanser that I use for oily combination is not necessarily, I don't think it's cruelty-free at all. It's not cruelty-free, but the packaging itself is 96% plant-derived plastic, and the actual cap is made out of 25% post-consumer recycled material. The one thing that I will do is I will write Clinique just to see how can you make this cleanser where it's cruelty-free. Make the same cleanser, but just make it cruelty-free, because in my eyes, it's never good when you have to test on an animal, you know, just to make sure that a product is good. I'm pretty sure there's other ways of doing that. I mean, you have plenty of things on the market that's cruelty-free, so it should be no excuse of why they can't do it. But besides that, I just feel like that is the number one cleanser. That has never given me any issues as far as my skin, and my skin is trying to recover back. You see, it's like scars and bumps and stuff, especially more on this side than this side. I have them on this side, but not as much as I do on this side. Youth to the People's cleanser, it was a superfood cleanser. It is a great product. It just didn't work for me. I'm pretty sure it worked for anybody else, but like I said, it's vegan, it's cruelty-free, it's packaged in a glass bottle, it's also refillable. So it's like I said, that's why I geared into getting that cleanser, but it did nothing for me. It just made my skin worse. Like, it's still recovering now. At one point, this second product that I'm about to tell you about, I was so excited and ecstatic to be using. That product is toothpaste tabs. With Bite, I do feel like it got my daughter and I's teeth really clean. The only thing was, I wasn't sure if it was actually strengthening the enamel and just preserving our teeth. It gets your mouth clean, and it also, I kind of feel like it whitened them a little bit. But the actual fluoride alternative that they use, which is called NHAP for short, but the actual long word, I believe, is hydroxyapatite, something like that. I don't know. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but just between me and her, it came with 248 bits. Now, we were sharing that, so we were literally brushing our teeth 2 times a day, and 248 bits, that's going to go pretty fast. And besides that, I mean, it was $30. I mean, that's quite expensive for toothpaste, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all into helping the planet, but at the same time, we have to be practical here. $30 for toothpaste, that's a little expensive. Now, with good organics, I just feel like that was a waste of time. It was like the toothpaste itself, it foams up really good. Like when you're chewing on the tablet, it gets real foamy. Like with Bite, it didn't do that as much, but that wasn't a big deal for me. With good organics, I feel like the toothpaste, it foamed up really good, and it had xylitol in it. But besides that, for my breath, I just don't feel like it did anything. We're going to just be transparent here. I'm being honest with you. Like, I actually went back to my Tom's of Maine toothpaste, my Whole Care toothpaste and Whole Care mouthwash. And I just feel better. I just feel like my teeth, just from using it for a week, I just feel like my teeth is just whiter, you know what I mean? I felt like my breath is neutral. It doesn't stink. It has this like a natural smell, nothing bad at all, and I just went back to that, and I just feel better with that. But I'm going to explain to you also the good part about Tom's that I've discovered as well. Now, before we move on to the Tom's ordeal, I do want to give you some surprising facts. Now, with NHAP, I believe it was used in 1970 for astronauts, and it helped astronauts who were losing both bone and tooth density. So they used the ingredient NHAP, or nanohydroxyapatite. It's also been used in Japanese mouth care for over 40 years. So it's some good things to think about. I'm not downing the actual ingredient, the actual product Bite, for using NHAP, but it just didn't make me feel comfortable with using something like that. You know, I don't really know what it's doing for my mouth, for my teeth. I do want to add that I made this video literally right before Bite came out with their fluoride version of their toothpaste tabs alongside the NHAP ones. And even though I feel more comfortable with fluoride, Bite's price tag is still a little bit out of my budget. Now, let's get back to Tom's. Tom's of Maine now offers a recycling program. So not only do my daughter and I get the proper oral care, but we're saving the planet while doing so. They even have printable labels available for you when you're ready to send in your oral care recyclables. On the journey to more sustainability, we have to remind ourselves, be more kind to ourselves, talk to ourselves in a more gentle manner. Lately, I've been seeing the numbers 1, 2, 3. That just simply means take baby steps. It's no thing to be rushed. We're all in this together and we'll make a great impact. Every day is a practice. Every day is Earth Day. Bye-bye, Earthlings.